Hello there, my friends. It's Jen Pitta with By the Shore Stamping. Happy Tuesday. I am here with another Teach Me Tuesday. I think for the next couple of weeks, Teach Me Tuesday will probably be a lot like Sale-A-Bration Spotlight, because we're going to really take a look at some of the amazing offerings that are part of the 2018 Sale-A-Bration brochure. Look at all this beauteous, fun stuff. So if you're not familiar with Sale-A-Bration that is offered by Stampin' Up! Every year, basically what happens is if you spend $50 in any of our current catalogs, you get to pick something out of this beautiful catalog for free. And as a bonus this year, they actually introduced a new thing where they have a $100 more exclusive item that you can earn with a $100 purchase. So instead of, so say if you had a $100 order, you could pick 2 of the $50 items for free, or you could pick 1 of a $100 reward item for free. So these are framelits that go with the Big Shot. Those are high value items, so it's still an amazing deal to get a set of framelits for free if you're already placing a $100 order. So excellent options this year. And then the other one that's a $100 reward is this gorgeous set here. And I have a card coming up in a future episode that will feature this one because it's a really great versatile stamp set. But today we're going to focus on Lots of Lavender. And Lots of Lavender is one of the $50 reward items. It's a beautiful stamp set that is a 2-step stamp set, so you can add the shading to the stamp, which we're going to do for today's card. But what I also think is really amazing is that this stamp set will allow you to recreate cards that are similar to the latest exclusive card kit, or the all-inclusive, rather, card kit that Stampin' Up! Came out with in the New Occasions catalog. It's called Lots of Happy, and if you are a fan of coloring, this set will make you very happy because there's lots of coloring involved, and includes 4 full-size watercolor pencils in the kit, and 2 of them are brand new colors that aren't in our watercolor pencils currently. So if you ordered the package of watercolor pencils, you would get I think it's 12 colors, but 2 of the colors included in this kit are not included in those 12 colors. So that's a great little bonus. And just to show you how gorgeous these those cards are when you put them together, these are some of the cards that you can make with that kit. So you can see all the coloring that is in this one. Super, super fun. And then there's this one, which, if you look closely, will look familiar. Look at that. So that means you can actually make cards that look similar to this using your own creativity and imagination. Or you can obviously do it with the kit as well. So I really love that those coordinate, and you can do extra pieces, or you can make cards, extra cards after you've done that kit. So let's go ahead with today's project. I'm starting with Crumb Cake, which is the base color here. It's a card base that is 8.5 by 5.5, and I'm just going to fold it in half to make my card base. Okay, and I'm going to use, even though this is supposed to be a center, I think, for this flower, I'm actually going to use it as a background. So I'm going to take my Crumb Cake ink and stamp on my Crumb Cake cardstock. So this is great tone-on-tone stamping, one of my favorite things to do, and why I love the coordination of Stampin' Up! Products so much. So I'm just going to take this little guy, and I'm going to stamp him randomly here. I don't want to go all the way to the outside edge because I want it to kind of have a bare strip on the side here. And I'm kind of keeping the card a secret today, for the moment anyway. So let's go ahead, and we've done that. Now I also used the Vines embossing folder. This is from the Petal Passion suite that is in the New Occasions catalog. So I'm using that because I just think it went really well with this flower set. So I'm going to go ahead and attach that. I've already embossed this on my Big Shot so you can see that fun vine look. And I'm going to put that right down the side here, like so. And it looks like I cut it a little bit too long, so I'm just going to trim that off. Okay, perfect. Get that out of the way. So this is what we have now. I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to grab a piece of Whisper White cardstock, which is 2.5 by 4. And I'm going to actually stamp the flower image in Berry Burst. This is a new favorite color for me at the moment. I'm loving this Berry Burst color. It's one of the in colors, the new in colors from last year. So it will be around for at least another year. It will stay in the current catalog that comes out in June, the big one. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp this right in the middle. Okay. And it kind of missed a little bit in the middle, but I'm not really going to be worried about that too much because it won't matter once I've got all this shading and whatnot in here. So next up, I'm going to take the second step for this stamp. It just looks like a big blob, but when you stamp it over that lilacs image, or that's not really lilacs, I don't know what those are, I'm not good with flowers, it will fill it in for you. So I am going to stamp off with this, so I'm going to not go direct to my paper. I stamped it on my grid paper, and now I'm going to go over this, like so. Beautiful, right? Okay, next up I took there's 2 leaf images, and what I did is I laid them flat on top of here. So here, let me show you. So I put them both on top of my image like this. They do like to stick to your finger. This is why I did it in advance, but I just wanted to show you. So I put that one there, and then I put the other one here over it, and then I just stuck my block right on top of them and picked them up. And that was how I got them so that I can actually now stamp them at the same time. So I'm using Pear Pizzazz on this one, and I'm going to ink up those leaves, and I am going to stamp off again. So I'm going to stamp over here to the side, and I'm going to go ahead and line those up. And what's really great is it doesn't matter if it's not exactly lined up. It still gives you that kind of watercolor look, which is what we're going for. Okay, next up, while I have the pear, is the little leaves or sticks, twigs, whatever you want to call them at the bottom here. If I had a bigger block, I could have put all 3 of those on at the same time, but right now a lot of my blocks are packed up for an event this weekend, and I didn't feel like digging through them, so sorry. We're going to do it again. There you go. So I did stamp off on that one again as well, so it would match. And then last step is to do my little bow. And I'm going to take Pool Party, another favorite color of mine, and there's a little bow image in here. I think I'm going to try stamping off on this one. I didn't in my originals that I already did, and I haven't showed you, but I'm going to do it this time. See which one we like better. Oh, I think I do like that better. So there we go. We've stamped that off, and I've finished that little image. Of course, because we're using crumb cake, I'm going to bring the crumb cake back, and I'm going to actually ink the edges, because if you've been hanging out with me for any length of time, you know I love to ink the edges of my white cardstock, particularly. So I'm just going to go ahead and quickly ink the edge of this. And that will be that. So let me move that out of the way. And we have that. I'm going to go ahead and take a piece of Pool Party cardstock that's 2 3/4 by 4 1/4, so 1/4 of an inch larger on both sides than this one. And I'm going to go ahead, oops, sorry, I whacked my camera again. And I'm going to go ahead and take this down to the Pool Party, like so. Okay. And then finally, we're going to go ahead and attach that to the base that I already have. And I'm going to use some dimensionals because I want it to have a little bit of pop. So I'm actually using the edges here of my mini dimensionals. Have you seen those in the big catalog? Those are new. I love that we have mini dimensionals now for those smaller sized stamp images that we want to pop up. Alright, so I have all of those off, and I'm going to go ahead and stick this down to my card. And I only wanted to overlap that just a little bit. And then I just need a little sentiment, so I pulled out the oldie but goodie and well loved, my Teeny Tiny Wishes. As you can see, this one has seen a lot of use. I already made a Thinking of You card because I needed one of those. So I pre-stamped as well, just because sometimes it can be really hard. Oh, what did I do with it though? There it is. I was gonna say I might have to stamp it again. It can sometimes be really hard to stamp these on camera. So I already cut or stamped Happy Birthday using basic black ink. And I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to trim this down a little bit because I want it pretty close in. So I'm just going to go ahead and trim that side down. And then I'm going to trim this side down. Sorry, the lighting is kind of today. I'm actually recording at night, so I don't have the natural light from the windows next to me to really give this the best lighting. Alright, it is on my 2018 goals though to get a new camera stand that doesn't wobble every time I breathe on it, for God's sake. Goodness sake, I should say. For gosh sake. And I'm also going to get a new light, I think. Just because we all know I'm a night owl, and therefore I should probably have a light in case I'm doing this at night, which I am. Alright, so I've also added little banner ends to this. And I'm going to go ahead and tape this down onto the front of the card. And I originally was going to do it down here, which I could. On the original, I have it here, though, and I think I like it. I don't know, what do you think? I think I like it up here better. It's more of a central location. There we go. So then I have Thinking of You and Happy Birthday. So again, this Lots of Lavender stamp set is a really good one for layering. You could also use this as a background image. It's got this fun little rose image that would be good in the corners, be great for scrapbooking. I think this could be a great element for scrapbooking. And of course, these little doodads in the background, as you saw, can be great little background stamps too. So this is a great value if you find something in the new occasions catalog that you love and need to have. This would be a great add-on stamp set for you. And if you don't already have this occasions catalog and you don't have a demonstrator that you work with, I'd be happy to send you one. Just send me a quick email at jenpitta, P-I-T-T-A, at comcast.net, and I will get one out to you. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week for Teach Me Tuesday. Bye-bye!